Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, tuning in online around the world via our podcast at iHeartRadio or Amazon Music, we're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, as we've talked about this month, April is recognized, among other things, as Distracted Driving Awareness Month. It's a timely reminder to put down our phones and pay attention to the road, but it's also, of course, a lot of us are paying attention to a lot of things, which is why we're so distracted. And we are living in a time right now where everything from artificial intelligence to robots and advanced technology is changing the way we both live and work. Joining us today is tech expert and whip-around CEO Noah Hickey. Noah's going to talk to us not only about the innovative new tech solutions that are managing and improving the efficiency behind the wheel, but also in the workplace as well. Noah, really appreciate you stopping by today. Thanks for the time.
Hey, thanks very much for having me, Cyrus.
So, Noah, this is an important topic, one that you know very well, especially when it comes to the role of tech for all of us. So I want to ask you, how is technology changing the way companies do business today, Noah?
Well, it's changing in so many ways, and ways in which they impact all of our lives without us even realizing. In terms of, if you think about a package that you might have had delivered this week, or if you had landscapers come over and do landscaping for you, a truck that picked up your trash, all of these vehicles need to be safe and maintained for the driver to be able to make that happen. So our company, Whip-Around, what we've created is a comprehensive software solution, and this is to do the inspections and maintenance. So with that, if you think about those drivers or even the company and the operators, having that vehicle inspected before it goes out and maintained all in one means that they can get on the road, go out and do that. And this doesn't only achieve the safety and the ability to be able to do that delivery or pick up that trash, it also helps the drivers be more focused on the road because it keeps the vehicle safe because it's fully inspected and it's maintained, which means that they're not having engine lights come on or service issues as they're out there doing the job. And we're really passionate about giving the driver as much of an undistracted journey as possible, but also to be able to get them to go out and do what they do best, which is drive and keep America moving in a lot of ways.
So I want to ask you, I was noticing when I was prepping for this segment, Noah, that Whip-Around began in 2016. What has it been like for you to see the evolution of the role of technology especially when it comes to safe driving and, of course, with business?
Yeah, and it's a great question because through that time we started out doing inspections for vehicles to make sure that they were inspected, they were safe, and they could go out and be operated. But the evolution has meant that they need to, with all that inspection information, you need to be maintained. And so then you add maintenance to as a vehicle being maintained, you soon realize that across an entire organization, everything needs to be inspected and maintained that is critical to that business. As an example, at the start, many moons ago in 2016, we didn't necessarily have customers like fire departments. And a good example is one of my friends, he's a fireman at the local fire station. For them to go out and be the heroes that they are to all of our communities, they need to make sure that the vehicle or the truck, that's all ready and in working order. It's inspected and maintained and ready to go, but also the uniforms and everything else around that station and that site. And that's so important to all of us in the community that happens because there's so many critical things that they look after, saving lives and you name it. So with Whip-Around, we make sure that, and over time it's evolved, that everything can be inspected so that there's the safety of the driver, the safety of the actual workplace itself, being the station in that example, and the safety of all of that equipment that they need to go out and do their job. And we talk about them as the heroes. When it comes to the delivery, well, that's the hero as well. If it comes to the landscaping and the drivers and the people who go out and do that, they're all heroes at the end of the day to us because we want to make sure that they get to do those jobs that are so important to our communities.
And I think that's why this conversation is so important, Noah. And I'm sure as businesses are thinking about this, of course they want to be efficient, they want to be safe, but of course they're also going to be thinking about the financial aspect. Can you tell us how this tech system improves the bottom line for them?
Yeah, look, anyone who's a business owner and has a fleet, this is really important to you, because the key thing is you want to make sure the wheels are moving, so to speak, and that you're putting a safe environment there for your staff, your team, whoever it might be. But if one of those vehicles isn't delivering or isn't out there operating, it can cost about $3,500 plus is what we've found with our customers and our partners. So they want to make sure that with Whip Around they can inspect it and have it maintained, and it is moving. But also with that, we go out and I spend a lot of time with customers, and a lot of them become friends because they want to know that they can speak to us and that we'll actually listen. So we've listened, and now we're actually doing a thing where they can put as many assets or vehicles or equipment that they want on the Whip Around platform, and we'll just do it as a simple fixed price. And that means that they can forecast their bottom line ahead to make sure that it's not going up and down. And with that, also, it safeguards their business to make sure that they know that they are properly managed and able to have all of their equipment working for them, which is so important.
Yeah. No, with what you're doing with Whip Around, of course, we're talking about the importance of, safety on, for the drivers and thinking about that aspect. What are some other uses for management software solutions that you found?
Well, the fire station one's a good example of everything can be inspected that needs to be inspected because, as you know, and as we as a community know, those things are so critical to the outcome at the end of that one there. But for us, we can also store important documents that need to be done for the driver on their phone or on the tablet that they have at all times. With a lot of our customers that I'm going out to, and you end up having a pretty good relationship, they come through and say it's just so important what we're doing for them, because they can turn up every day and they can know that their business is ready to go and they are ready to operate. And so when we have that, it means that the finance team, the HR team, all sorts of, the different stakeholders within a business, they can make sure that their business is safe, efficient, and in working order, so they can go off and do what they would need to do, which is whatever their business is.
And I think that, again, is why this conversation is so important. Noah, I'm so glad you could be here to talk to us, not only about Whip Around and what it's doing, of course, to be able to help businesses, but also, of course, what it's doing in the overall area when it comes to safety. Again, everyone, Noah Hickey has been our guest. Noah is the CEO of Whip Around. We've been talking with him not only, of course, about how they're being able to help businesses, but also the impact it's having on all of us. You mentioned the website earlier, Noah. Will you mind giving that out again for our audience?
Yeah, for sure. So if you're a driver, a fleet manager, or have a fleet of vehicles, come along to whiparound.com. So that's WHIP.com. And our team are ready and waiting, and they'll make sure that we get you as a partner, as a team member, to be safe, efficient, and off doing what you do best. Whiparound.com.
Noah, again, really appreciate you stopping by today and looking forward to having you back on the broadcast again.
Likewise. Thanks, Cyrus.
Hey, thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.